In this section, we will learn how to install the Python and PyCharm. I would like first to provide an overview about some terminologies. First, about Python. Python is our programming language. When we write something like print, double quotes, hello world, it is a command that tells the language to print hello world for us. There is what we call a Python interpreter. This is a program that will read your code line by line and then execute it. For example, when it finds print hello world, it's going to display on the screen hello world. So Python is the language. Python interpreter is a program. That's why in this section we will learn how to download and install this Python program. Right now, the most popular Python version is Python 3, like 3.9 for example. Before Python 3, there was the Python 2, like 2.7 for example. Python 2 is still active in many older projects, so a lot of projects are already migrated to Python 3. Your focus should be mainly learning Python 3, which is very close to Python 2. There is not the big differences between them. In Python 2, we write like print hello this way without the parentheses, but in Python 3 we write hello this way. From a system to another, there are different naming for the Python programs. Sometimes the default word Python is referring to Python 2, and sometimes it's explicitly Python 2. In some systems, you have to write it Python 3 to refer to Python 3, and sometimes it's just Python. So sometimes you need to be careful about that. One way, as we will learn, is you can check with the -- version. If you open the command line and you wrote something like Python -- version, it's going to tell you what is it. Is it 2, version 2 or version 3? If it is version 2, then you have to write Python 3 -- version. The pip is a package manager. In the early part of the course, you don't need to install the pip, but it's good time to know about it. Pip is a package manager, so it is going to help you to install a lot of things that you might need to add to the Python. So there is the default Python with default packages, and then the pip manager is helping you to add more and more. Similar to the Python, there is pip for Python 2 and there is pip 3 for Python 3. In future, there is a stronger way to support real-life projects, what we call virtual environments, and Conda is one of the very popular direction to that, with Anaconda and many Conda tools for that. You don't need to care about that for the moment, but feel free to Google and learn about it. When we say the command line, we refer to typically a black screen like that. Guys from Ubuntu and Linux and Mac are very familiar with it. Guys from Windows depends, but if you try to go to the start point and search for a command line or shell, it's just something like that. So here on my Ubuntu machine, I can write Python -- version, it gives me 2.7. Python 3 -- version, it gives 3.5. Python, if I did pip version, then I know that this is pip version for Python 2. If I said pip 3 - version, it says, oh, you don't have pip 3 version on your machine, and so on. We can use a command line to compile and run our own programs. However, the way that we are going to do it is a more professional way and more suitable for beginners is PyCharm. PyCharm is a very popular and very good IDE for developing the Python projects. It has a lot of features and a lot of capabilities. One of the interesting features about PyCharm, it is mainly dedicated for Python, so it doesn't need to take care of many other things. You will find other courses or so using what we call the Jupyter Notepad. It is kind of an open source IDE that help you to create some documents that can be used in a lot of live coding. So it's also something that's good to know about it, but you don't need to do that right now. That's all.